And the cool thing actually about matching up against Numudan first is it lets you get a feel for the meta and what everyone's been experimenting with before being thrown to the wolf that is Vortex. As we hop into game number 2, Magic will be whipping out a signature for him, Chinese Numudan, however. I mean, with something that can be strong on King of the Hill, it's going to be the English.
English versus Chinese, no Delhi on this map here. Council is going to come in right away from Numudan, but he's doing something else as well. He's pulling wheels in an attempt to stop a Barbican drop in the middle.
I don't think you're fast enough, though. Like, Magic, as long as he doesn't build this beyond... Okay, this is a bit tight, but I think he just about gets away with this. If he went one tile further, the bow's get in position, but check this build speed. Wait, whoa, he's going to go for an outpost first, so he's a little bit paranoid. I actually respect that because it's just extra gunpowder firing around this area, right? And look at the reaction. Numudan is going to try to counter outpost this play. I'm pretty sure you can just build this fast, though. Like, it's a Barbican, man. Like, it's China, man. Oh, God, no.
Oh, man. Yeah, I agree. I think he needs to fast build this. If the tower goes up for Numudan, the Barbican should not finish. He's going to cancel this, though.
Man. Okay, but like this is where I wanted him to build it originally, right? This is still fine for Magic. It's still a good position. I think he should have just done this in the first place. Maybe opened with the outpost, because the whole idea here is like you build an outpost so fast that you can secure something else. And you did force idle time from Numudan, right? Like he brought 5 villages. I think it was 6 from Magic in the end. Numudan's at least going to try to turn this into his gold gathering area, but that is dangerous to be that far forward and undefended.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I feel like it was worse for Numudan to have 6 villagers idle for that extended time.
Look at him go! He's teching twice at the same time. Like,
yep.
Chinese economy, man. Like, I can't. This is...
Yeah. The idle time was pretty considerable on those villas, and look at this. Magic is going to switch to stone over here with the villagers on the front line. On the other side, Numudan is on gold with them, so very different approaches taken with those forward villas.
Yeah, and the interesting part is like how that can knock on, because Magic's going to get additional gold at home via taxation. He can also supervise to get more gold, so he can reach good castle timing, right? But when we get to castle, one of these players is going to have a lot of stone, and it is definitely not the English.
Yeah, longbows are coming out. No response from IamMagic just yet. Not a single production building out there. He didn't just cancel the Barbican in the middle, he also cancelled his initial Imperial Academy. Had to replace it all the way to the back.
That's fine, though. Like, I think this is a better position because it's on the big tree line. And I love that outpost prematurely. Like, the Lombos can't come into the Barbican, right? But they can go into your base. And Magic, he does this pull just in time. One villager, a Chinese villager building palisades, will be able to block that wraparound.
And he needs that. He needs those walls to prevent the longbows from sneaking in. So many times we've seen that while the longbows won't give you the killing blow in Feudal Age, if they are able to just throw off the enemy eco, slow it down, that can be enough to give you a win in the long run.
That was crazy, actually, because Numudan was trying to snipe the scout. He actually screwed his opportunity to at least kill a villager there, because Magic, if you'd ran straight towards that palisade, I think you would have killed the villager. Magic would have had to have committed to finish the wall. But now, he gets away, he gets the play, and he doesn't lose a single villager for it. Let's see, where are we going next? So, a lot of wood being gathered by Magic. I think he's actually going to go multi-TC. This is way too much wood.
Yeah.
Like, so I thought he was going to fast castle into a keep drop, but he's legit just going to try to out-eco this game.
Yeah, this is going to be a second DC into like a semi-fast castle. You see he's already banking up a lot of food and gold. And I'm not against this, especially because right now he's not on a timer. He's got the Barbican in the middle, even supported by a tower. Means that until he's there, it's going to be near impossible for Numudan to capture the sacred site. Right now, the longbows and the men-at-arms can't do any damage to him either, so he can get away playing this game slow and just focusing on the eco.
Oh, man, that was sneaky, but that was way too greedy. Magic, he was going to get the wall on the south side for free, but then he tried to go for a central one, which revealed him to the Lombos. Meanwhile, Breach Force is building on that north side now. That town center is also a defense point, like it's a glorified outpost, right? And right now, Numudan, he doesn't have a chunky unit to go in, which is why he's now adding in men-at-arms.
Yeah, he's slowly burning his way... Wait, is there a villager? I think I missed the villager there chopping through. Yup.
Huh? Oh, wow, yeah. I mean, sure, even quicker, but... Oh, the outpost, man. Magic, a bit greedy to wait this long. He's still going to try to go for it, though, because the longbows are trying to get in range. I think he can afford to lose, like, 2 villagers to get this up, and it's still worth it.
He's got 20 idols, though. That's a lot of idols. And his berries are being denied. I think he's being deprived of food. Now in the middle, longbows are also harassing those gold miners.
It's coming. There's the clock tower, so he's going to build it up. This is actually a decent timing, because like while Numudan has a foothold, you get one nest of bees out, and his whole army dies, right? Like, these men-at-arms can't dive double TC. They're only feudal.
Yeah, Palace Guards will also be on the way, so Magic has everything that he needs to clean this up quickly. And once that happens, he's still on stone. He could get himself a keep in the next few minutes in the middle. And once that's there, suddenly he's the one that can start that countdown.
And the timings here are slim but important, right? Because look how many sheep Magic did gather. The way he's played this is like he's running a thin line, but he's going to hit it. If he was a bit slower about this, he wouldn't have enough food to get the army together. He's very food starved, so he can maybe afford like 10 Palace Guard before he dries up. That should be enough to break out, though.
Yeah, Numudan isn't far away from Castle Age either. He could go for the King's Palace as his landmark, but I'm actually unsure if that's the right call here. He's going to be behind in terms of eco no matter what. And as crazy as it sounds like, if he just plays the eco game, I think he's just going to be outmuscled by Magic. It might make sense to try and get the white tower up in the middle. It sounds crazy, but I don't think that the King's Palace gives him anything else.
I think it's kind of too late for that, though. That the Palace Guard are already coming out and you don't have a clean answer. I get where you come from, like kind of the all-in, but your all-in still takes 10 minutes, right? And you're already behind on economy. I think your only play back in this is to try and like reach your optimal eco stage. Right now, Magic has advantage, but we do have to remember in the coming minutes, Magic either has to make a farm transition or he has to move out into Deer. So that's kind of a weak point in his eco scaling that Numudan doesn't have to worry about.
That's a fair point. Sustainability is not there yet for Magic, but if those Palace Guards start taking map control, there is still a lot of hunt and berries for Magic to work with. And he has already placed the monastery in the middle. He's ready to start that countdown on the sacred site.
I think you'll grab the relic first, because I don't think there was ever an emplacement placed in that English outpost. That's just kind of a freebie. The first Palace Guard arrived. The walls are now going up. A little bit too late, my friend. They are already in. And I believe, did he make a second farm cluster away from the TC? He did. That could be raided. Don't mind me. Oh, wow. Numudan, he actually tried to garrison with the villagers. That was a cute idea, but it's way too far to travel. So Billy goes down. Finally, an English peasant hits the floor permanently. And this has just kept Numudan on the defensive, right? And the problem is that is like Magic's playing Sacred Site, he's playing Relics, he's 2 TC, he needs to make a farm transition. And you're nowhere to block any of that.
Yeah, now the Palace Guards, they're just starting to stretch out this defense even more. Longbows slowly getting clubbed down over there. Man-at-Arms is going to be the unit of choice over here for Numudan. But as you said, this is not about the direct fights anymore for Magic. This is not about those Palace Guards versus Man-at-Arms. It's all about that 21 eco lead that he has, the Sacred Site, the relics that he's collecting. That is what it's all about.
Yeah, and then what's it all about next? It's going to be about melee, siege. Nest of Bees is one of the most oppressive things to have to deal with. English is one of the civs that struggles to go into siege. So getting that counter as Springolds feels almost unnatural, tainted to the English. Like, I'd put them in the bottom 3 or 4 for making that transition, unless they A, have a white tower, or have done a keep drop, which I don't see happening anytime soon in this game.
Yeah, Longbow's creeping up now, but Magic is getting close to a keep. I feel like if Numudan wants anything in this game, he needs to make something happen in the next 1 minute.
He hasn't walled himself. He hasn't walled himself, LidaKor. I mean, the raids are going to idle him up and force the army back again. And the problem with this is, like, you know, the wood is the most exposed area, right? If you let your opponent game for free like this, like, how do you scale production to even defend or attack?
Yeah, and look at the damage that these 2 Palace Guards are doing. Doesn't seem like it's much, but right now we're looking at half of Numudan's eco completely idled out.
And he's trying to return the favor, but there's a nest of bees now, and there's Rack's production at home, right? So now Magic just needs to hold a choke point. Also, like, even if you just pull villagers to repair, Nesta Beast can point blank, so this is a very hard breach for Numudan.
Yeah, he's gonna have to just call off this assault, seeing all these palace guards coming back home. But every moment he kind of does this back and forth, that's a moment that we have down from the Sacred Site timer.
Oh yeah. TikTok goes the clock, baby. Second Relic's also on the way now for Magic, so his gold trickle is going to keep escalating in a situation where he's already 24 villagers up. Like, you can see the difference blatantly when you just look at the incomes. That's not slowing down. We have to remember that this is Song Dynasty double Chinese TC.
Yeah, 81 villagers to 56 here. Sacred Sites, or, well, I should say Sacred Site under the control of Magic. And he has just dropped the keep in the middle. Looks like that won't be stopped by Numudan, so the keep in the middle will fortify that defensive position even more. And it's right at the front even. It's a very good position for a player that has no army in the middle.
Magic, he's been flowing like a decent amount of surplus gold to the point that
doesn't
he
see
probably
the
could have
keep.
got another monk. It's too late. Just get out.
Oh, Magic.
Wait, Magic? I'm surprised with the hesitation here.
Yeah, this is the second
wow.
time in this game that he's a little... I guess this is the second time when he lacks confidence in his ability to finish that building.
I mean, the first time it was kind of reasonable. Like, that's a weird roll of dice. But this time it's like, dude, you can absolutely do this. There was only like 2 or 3 crossbows, but I don't think you can see just past that. The scouts weren't there originally, so he got extra paranoid. And in a way, this is working out better for him because it keeps forcing Numudan to brute force this, which means that the Nesta Bees hits.
Yeah, keep does go up over here without a single villager lost. Slow and cautious approach here by Magic still gets to keep going.
Oh my god, he can't see anything, right? Can we check the vision? Is he attack grounding? Because I think he sees now because the keep is attacking the mining camp, but the Nesta Bees hit. I mean, you're lucky it was a lot more. That actually felt like a tickle compared to what this thing usually does. Villagers are going to be forced back. He needs these outposts, though. It's very hard to play blind uphill like this.
Oh, beautiful volley from the Nest of Bees again. First Springald on the way, though, to deal with the Trebuchets. Springald on the other side as well. Nest of Bees just keeps dishing out punishment.
Now, you've met Nest of Bees, but have you met his brother G&G? Because that is 3 Nest of Bees soon, and that's enough to start loading men at arms. Like, there's no answer right now. First Springald's coming out, but he's fighting up against a Clock Tower Springald. He does get the win there, but in the meantime, look at what the Nest of Bees are doing to the main fight.
Oh man, these fights are just so bad for Numudan. He's losing way too many precious units in here. Only reason why he still has some good momentum here is because Magic is struggling with food. You mentioned this before. He needs to make a farm transition or he needs to expand towards the hunt. And that's not something that he has done just yet. That's why we don't see more Palace Guards in the middle right now.
But this is like the kind of silliness of this build is like you kind of don't need food, right? Like it would be nice, but if you've just got wood and gold, you're Gucci. You just keep building siege, anti-siege, and we're popping. And he even built a siege workshop on the front side to address the Springles, right? Like, even if this keep goes down, there's still a Barbican behind this. And the Nest of Bees, in the meantime, are going to take some free shots here. The volley's in. One does get sniped out. So, Magic, I don't think he had all 3 in range initially, so that did cost him dearly. But still, delaying this timer, right? Now 5 minutes remaining. Springle shots coming in. The village is going to go down as well, so he does find one. The follow-up shots, just getting rid of that anti-siege. In fact, look at the commitment. He doesn't back away. All anti-siege is gone. The keep is on fire, but now the Nest of Bees are unanswered.
Yeah, and Trebuchets might get taken down here by the Springles. That's the big thing. That's why he dove with the Nest of Bees. He wants to snipe these traps. He wants to keep that castle alive. And I think he will, KP. Calculated as ever is Magic. Keeps the keep alive.
And the Trebs, right? Like, he hasn't even started producing another one, so that's another huge delay for him. Getting really problematic here. The gunfire as well is just denting this MAA count. That's a problem in itself, right? Because, like, you've got the Fort Keep, but then you've got the retract one in the form of the Barbican. So, like, if you don't have men-at-arms, who the hell stands on the Sacred Site?
Ah, that's so bad for Numudan. He lost all of those trebuchets. He was so close to taking down that castle, but he wasn't able to finish the job. Now he has to rebuild those expensive trebuchets with an economy that is still very feeble compared to what Magic has.
Can he yoink him? Can he yoink it? Ooh. He's check. It's just sleep check. He's like, Numudan, you awake over there, buddy? Armorclad is only now coming in, by the way. Armorclad when he's down to 2 men-at-arms.
Better late than never, as the saying goes.
No, don't do that to me. That's like someone who's lost the game already says, like, haha, at least I've done it. It's like as you're calling GG, it's like you take out the one bombard that killed your base. Like, I got him. Now I can surrender. We might be close to a surrender, by the way. You just saw what's happening back at home for Magic. That's a full farm cluster being developed.
Yeah, he's up to 1,000 food per minute. He actually has a better food income than the English player with a fully set up farming eco. And now he has the Springald lead as well. It's 4 clock tower Springolds against 1. There it goes.
Oh, I whisper Age of Springald is here. Numudan came later, so he doesn't know what that means, but he knows it's bad. So GG is gonna get called. Magic. He's on his way faster towards a clean sweep here, and these games are getting cleaner and more vicious as we go.